What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be going over a BT-16? Nah, just kidding. BT-15 deck profile. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and talk about it. So first off, let's get into what I'm going to be playing probably in BT-16, that is Garurumon, unless Apocalypmon kind of disappears. We have Bukamon, first off. So while your opponent has no Digimon with equal or more Digievolutions than this Digimon gains jamming for the turn. So the fact that we're going to have the ability to just swing, because there's no way you don't have more sources with this deck, there's just a time where you might have to use your protection skills, but because now we have access to a complete jamming, we can OTK without even blinking an eye anymore. So being able to jam swing is just crazy. Then, let's get into it. The rookies are a full playset of 12, and it's going to first start off with BT-5 Gabumon. So, on play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may add one Digimon with Garurumon in its name and one Digimon with Omnimon in its name. Add them to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. So, we at least have 2 very powerful targets to always hit. I mean, we'll see a Omnimon if we're lucky, but that's just at the end of the day. Unlucky, you don't see anything. So that is a possibility, but Gabumon's just a searcher, a solid searcher to hard play. Then we do have the new super rare from BT-15, and that is a Gabumon in himself. So this one is can Digivolve on top of any Sunemon for 0. Start a main phase, one of your Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. Then if you have a tamer with Matt Ishida in its name, draw a card. When attacking, just draw a card once per turn. So that's not bad at all. I think being able to draw the cards is what makes this deck really scary, is just because of the constant draw you do have access to. Then we have Gabumon X Antibody. This card here, not even gonna lie, Digivolves on top of any Gabumon or Sunemon for cost of 0. So on play, when Digivolving, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 2 cards with Garurumon in its name or X Antibody in the name among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and if you added a card, trash 1 card to your hand. So basically helps feed its cost, which is later. We'll be able to use its protection skill, but all turns when this card with Garurumon or Omnimon would be deleted by battle, return 2 non-Digi eggs from your trash to the bottom of your deck. So that's going to help, and then it prevents it from leaving the battle area. So that's pretty solid. A protection skill for battle is useful because this deck is just going to OTK you and end your life. So then you do have basically the only 4 of in the champion lineup is Garurumon X Antibody I'm playing. So it's Garurumon cost 0. When Digivolving, draw 2 cards, then trash 2 cards in your hand. If Garurumon or X Antibody's Digievolutions gain 1 memory, this helps extend your plays and gets you crazy shenanigans. All turns when this Digimon with Garurumon or Omnimon in its name would be deleted in battle by returning 2 non-Digi egg cards from your trash to your bottom of your deck, preventing from being deleted. So the Gabumon and the Garurumon both have this really awesome protection skill. So it's very worth keeping that in mind. Then we do play 2 Garurumon promos. So this thing is whenever your Garurumon in its name attacks, draw 1 card. So just that loop, we can multi-attack up to 5 times very easily in this deck, so it pluses you pretty quickly. Then we do have the new Garurumon that basically helps us play a Matt. So if you have a tamer with Matt Ishida in its name, draw a card. If you do not have a tamer with Matt Ishida, you may play 1 tamer with Matt Ishida in its name from your hand with a cost reduction of 3. So 4 cost mats now become 1 cost mats. 3 cost mats are free. So it's not a terrible trade-off. It's not like we get the Greymon treatment, which is kind of sad, but I kind of get it. There's a lot more. There's a more powerful mat than the Tai has. So when attacking, draw a card. So it's just, you don't need to rely on Matt, but Matt actually helps out facilitate plays that you really want to see. So definitely worth taking a look at. Then we do play 2, excuse me. We do play 2 Garurumon EX1s. So when attacking, you may play one Mat Ishida with a play cost 3 or less from your hand without paying its cost. So it's a really nifty combo that you basically can add more cards to your hand with the Mat, and it helps sustain and fulfill its effects. It's not a bad trade-off. Garurumon is very powerful for the X1. Now let's get into the level 5s. So where Garurumon, we're going to have to play a full playset of the purple one. So there is, level 4 Garurumon in its name for a cost of 3. And then when attacking, by trashing one card in your hand, unsuspend this Digimon. So this is where you get 2 attacks in at least. And then when attacking, by trashing one card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So being able to delete your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon really does help out in circumstances. What do I mean by that? Sometimes you want to get rid of wide boards, you can slowly start picking them off with these effects, and it does help out. Then we do play 3, Where Garurumon X Antibody. So, Digivolve Where Garurumon cost of 1, and then when Digivolving by trashing 2 cards in your hand, unsuspend this Digimon. Then if you have a Where Garurumon or X Antibody in Digievolutions, you may return 1 Garurumon or X Antibody in its name from your trash to your hand. So basically, it's a 2 discard, but you get 1 back. So it's a 1 discard. So when attacking, if this Digimon has Garurumon or Omnimon in its name, by trashing 1 card in your hand, unsuspend this Digimon. So this allows you to get the multi-attacks that you want to have, and it's really solid, actually. And then we have 1 Where Garurumon promo. So this is one of the major reasons why this card is restricted to 1. We would play more if we could. So when attacking, if this Digimon has a Garurumon as Digievolution, unsuspend this Digimon, and then your turn, while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gains security +1. So it's not a bad trade-off. I think it's pretty solid. I think it would be better if we could have it full power, but I kind of get it if they wanted to make sure you would play something else. Then we do have Where Garurumon Ace. This you could definitely don't have to play. You can play another Where Garurumon X Antibody, but Ace is just pretty decent. It's a 4 play cost. On play, when Digivolving, draw a card. Then if you have 5 or more cards in your hand, trash 1 card in your hand. It kind of sucks that you have to minus your hand a little bit, but all turns, when your effect adds a card to your hand, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamer cannot suspend until the end of your opponent's turn. Kind of giving a pseudo lock. I like that they kind of went with a non-swinging option instead of being able to suspend lock. This one just prevents them from doing things, which is kind of decent, And then it's got an overflow 3 if they remove it. So definitely you don't have to play it, but if you do, it's up to you. Then we do play 3 of the MetalGarurumon X Antibody. So it digivolves a cost of 1 on top of a MetalGarurumon. And then when digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, it gains blocker until the end of the opponent's turn. So this is where a multi-attack comes in. Your turns, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended, if you have a MetalGarurumon or X Antibody's Digievolution, return all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to its owner's hand. So basically, we want to be able to bounce stuff off the board. And then we're going to be going with MetalGarurumon Ace. So this card is really what gets you a second turn. So counter Digiblast, Digievolution, and then when Digivolving, by trashing up to 3 cards in your hand, gain 1 memory for each card trashed, and then when attacking by trashing 1 card in hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. This helps control the board, and like I said, they got 3 things on board. You can Where Garurumon X Antibody, pop something. Then you can use MetalGarurumon Ace's skill to pop something, and then basically the last Digimon, you can take care of it with you-know-who. And who do I mean? By using MetalGarurumon X Antibody. So that's just really useful. And then we do tech in 1 MetalGarurumon BT-15. So it digivolves on top of a Where Garurumon in name for a 4 cost. While you have a Tamer with Mat Ishida in your name, and your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, and you have a Gabumon, you may digivolve this card from your hand for the Digievolution cost of 4, ignoring Digievolution requirements. So basically, you can digivolve on top of your Gabumon, and then evade when digivolving 3 of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers cannot unsuspend until the end of opponent's turn. Kind of gives a little bit of a lockdown. And then all turns, when this Digimon becomes suspended, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So it kind of gets 2 attacks on its own. Not a terrible trade-off there. Then we do play 1 Blitz Omniboy. So when Digivolving Blitz, when Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, and if an opponent's effect would delete this Digimon, return it to its owner's hand or deck. You may prevent it from leaving play by trashing a level 6 from its Digi-Evolution cards. So, kind of can get a double protection if you needed it. Then we do play 4 Matt Ishida from BT-15. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Gabumon or Garurumon on its name among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then when this Digimon effect adds a card to your hand, by suspending this Tamer, gain a memory. So, not terrible. Then we do play 2 Blue Membus. This is just basically search top 4, add a blue Digimon card among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom deck, and then delay gain 2 memory. Then we do have Mental Training, add a full play set. Well, not a full play set, add 3. So reveal the top 2 cards, add a card to a blue card among them to your hand, place the rest at the bottom deck in any order. Then place this in the battle area, delay one of your Digimon would Digivolve into a blue Digimon in your hand by paying the Digi-Evolution cost. When Digivolving with this effect, reduce the Digi-Evolution cost by 2. So basically, when you're about to Digivolve, you remove it, and boom, it's ready to go. Then we do play 2 X Antibodies. So while you have a Digimon in play, you may use this card without meeting its requirements. Gain 1 memory, add this card to its owner's hand. Place this card under one of your Digimon without an X Antibody Digi-Evolution as a bottom Digi-Evolution. Then all turns, this Digimon may Digivolve into, this Digimon can Digivolve with an X Antibody in its traits in its hand for its Digi-Evolution cost. And then all turns, the effect cannot trash X Antibody in its Digi-Evolution cards. Pretty solid. It's pretty neat. I think the deck is pretty awesome, and it's going to go places. I think if they ever do anything to Apocalyptic Mon, you're definitely going to see this deck on the rise. So let's just give you a full image breakdown. So the deck that basically feels like a William Afton, basically, I will always be back. So let's see what we can make this look like. But yeah, that's the deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments what changes you would make for this deck. And are you guys excited for this deck? I know it's after Nats and stuff like that, and I will get more Nats video going, but right now I just wanted to show off some stuff I'm working with. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!